The first time God gave me a prophetic word to give a pastor, which is one of the sins in the movie that the Sabaoth movies are packaging. There's nothing that man didn't tell me that day, because he has heard that I served in that same ministry before, and I was very, very low in the hierarchy. In fact, they were people, if we shook hands with them, it was an unbelievable miracle. But he deviated, and God sent me to go and give him a word. This man washed me. That time our church was in Rumapara Community Primary School, not the building you know now, the Bacha. So he has heard everything about our church. He finished me. He said, what? There's nothing he didn't say. Also, I was squatting then. I had no accommodation of my own. And he was living, he told me, he said, go and ask them. In Lagos, I live in a 4-bedroom flat. That was a big deal. He told me, he said, I heard that the car with which you came, people carried you in their car. And you are talking to a man that drives, that cruises, that's the word he used, cruises a Mercedes Benz. When he's from my village, there were certain things he said with proverbs in my language. Such things like except you hear my language, you can't understand. When he was done with me, I went to the place I was living. Nobody was at home. So one room, so I closed the door. You know? Oh, I wish there was a door in front here. If you can see me, see me. So I went, I closed the door, because I don't want anybody to come in and see what I'm doing. And I sat down and used my back to block the door. The first question I asked God is, what is this? How can you send me this type of message? See how this man finished me. And I was saying it with tears. And I said, by the way, the only thing he said that is a lie is the fact that God did not send me. Every other thing he said, the fact that I begged for food, the fact that people borrowed me their car, not even to drive, they carried me to the meeting, the fact that I don't have a house, I don't have a place of worship, is it not true? Is it not true? I was asking God. I said, God, this thing is not good. It's not fair. Don't send me this type of message again. Send people that have enough, because this shame is too much.
Glory! Hallelujah!
Now, but after that day, the next time I encountered that man was in that same church, and it was the wedding of one of the senior pastors in that ministry. And that pastor told them, it is Pastor Henry Young that must preach. That time they had transferred him out of that branch. He came from Lagos as a senior pastor to preach. The pastor told him, it's my wedding, and in this ministry, who is wedding chooses who preaches for him. That's our policy. So he gave me the mic and I preached for 1 hour. After I finished preaching for 1 hour, he took microphone to start his own preaching. The generator broke down into pieces. And it was not fixed. It was not fixed. There was no light until they shared the grace. So he couldn't preach. So I know a thing or two about bowing your head in shame. And I also know a thing or two about lifting your head in glory. Now the beautiful thing is that what I told him that God said he will do to him within 3 months, if he doesn't repent, actually happened in 2 months.
Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus.
And then that's not all. The last time we saw that man in my hometown, I'm not laughing at him, but I'm just sharing the goodness of God so that you can know. You may be bowing your head in shame today. Tomorrow God can lift that head. The last time I saw that man in my hometown, we were driving past. I showed mommy. I showed the people in the car with me. We were driving past. We were coming from one of the programs. We were driving past with all the convoy. Wait. And the man was pricing tomatoes and pepper and carrying black waterproof with which he bought it in a market. We saw him. I showed them. He was buying and putting in waterproof. So when Anna said, "Speak no more exceeding proudly," I know a thing or two. Lift your hands. The God who helped me not to continue to bow my head, may that same God help you. Amen. Not to bow your head in shame.